my lovelies. Elsie here with a collective reading. It is a full moon reading. We do have a full moon in Sagittarius that is happening tomorrow. So happy full moon to you. I always use Moonology, and then we are using the Sacred Traveler, which I think is sort of timely because we are talking about Sag, and Sag is the one who likes to adventure, right? Who loves adventure. So we'll throw these oracles, we'll throw some tarot on top of it and find out what we come up with. Let's talk about the full moon for a moment here. So this is a full moon that is asking you to sort of broaden your horizons just a little bit and maybe do some goal setting. It is about exploring, deep truth. This is going to be exploring deep truths about yourself. So your desires, what you want, what's coming up in the future for you. This is going to be a time possibly, because it's a full moon, that you might be releasing relationships. Friendships might change. Friendship groups might change. It could be something changes within your romantic relationship, because we are dealing in Sagittarius energy. So when we talk about that, we think about the Knight of Wands, the eight of Wands, the 9 of Wands, the 10 of Wands, right? So coming to the end of cycles, embodying the Queen of Wands, who is bold and brave, right? Ruled by Jupiter, Sagittarius, this is all about expansion. So the full moon does bring endings, and we know that for sure. And so some things you will be releasing. Do you have a ritual? Let me know what your little ritual is. If you do a full moon releasing ritual, I have this little abalone shell here. I write things on paper. I take it outside in the yard and I set things on fire. I write down what I'm trying to release and I say a little prayer as I'm releasing them. Please, if you are using fire, do it outside somewhere safe. Please don't set any fires. We have enough fires going on. Right? No matter where you are, there's enough fires going on. They are for sure here in Northern Canada. All right, let's find out what's going on here. Tell me about the collective. I'll call out signs and symbols if you need to know them to find out if this involves you. This is a general reading, so it should. We have, you are very close to achieving your goal. And so it is, I feel, a goal of releasing something or letting something go. Or maybe you're planning an adventure. Maybe you are on the pursuit of something. We do have surrender to the divine, full moon. And so really, that's really what the full moons are. It's about releasing what you don't need and keeping what you do. We do have on the bottom of the deck, adjustments are required. So it feels like whatever your plans are, you are going to have to maybe release some things to make room for other things. And that might be friendships, that might be lovers, that could be the furniture in your living room, whatever it is. It says your dreams need a practical plan and adjustments are going to be required. So in order to be able to do this in an orderly fashion, I feel like you are going to have to adjust. You're going to have to make adjustments. And I feel like you're going to do it on the fly because Sagittarius energy. Let's just do it on the fly. Let's do it right now. All right. Tell me about what else is going on in this full moon energy. Tell me about the full moon in Sagittarius. We've got faraway places. I did feel like maybe you would be traveling, right? We've got faraway places. It says, get ready for new horizons. Look, you're broadening your horizons. That's what I said at the very beginning of the read. So it does feel like somebody here, look at that, right? You could be broadening your horizons. Maybe you're a person who has decided you're going to travel overseas for the first time, possibly to Malaysia, an Asian country, maybe Thailand. Like it feels like you're going to broaden your horizons through travel, possibly. We've got an impasse. Reflect and redirect your energy. So this is what the adjustments required is about here, that you need a practical plan. And so reflect and direct your energy. I always look at this as this stone wall in the background, right? And we've got this squirrel who has enough to eat for now on this side of the wall, but eventually is going to have to take the path and find a way over the wall. And so I feel like for somebody here that maybe you have been like banging on the wall, like I gotta go, but you haven't made the decision about a practical plan to scale the wall. So possibly there's an obstacle in the way, and you need to make a decision to remove some obstacles in order to be able to broaden your horizons, set the goal, whatever it is that you want to have for expansion in your life here. Tell me about the collective, please. Let's get some tarot on it. Find out what we're talking about here. You're close to achieving your goal, friend, but you might have to let something go in order to achieve your goal. Tell me about collective, please, on this full moon in Sagittarius. I feel like the reason you're supposed to release something is to expand your life. It feels like the popping of a balloon. It's like you put water in a balloon, you freeze the water, and then you pop the balloon, and the balloon opens, and there you go. You have this beautiful see-through sphere. Like, it feels like you are letting something out, I'm going to say. You're very close to achieving your goal. 4 Cups is here. No goals are ever achieved within the comfort zone. You're going to have to leave your comfort zone, Sag, in order to be able to, not only Sag, everybody, right? You're the collective. So it's not, the Sagittarius energy is like, you're going to have to leave your comfort zone, friend, in order to be able to achieve your goals. So this really is about broadening your horizons and being uncomfortable about stepping into the unknown. We have surrendered to the divine. The King of Swords is asking you to be very specific and honest and detail-oriented, factual with the universe. What exactly do you want when you surrender to the divine? I think it's also an indication asking you to be a little more flexible, because the King of Swords isn't very flexible. Asking you to be flexible enough to release what you don't need and get out of your head. Tell me about faraway places. Tell me about faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. Now, it doesn't have to necessarily mean you're traveling. It could be traveling of the mind, right? It could be maybe you're just going across the city. Maybe you're just traveling outside your comfort zone. Could be that. And we do have the King of Cups. So I want to say that it is, if you are somebody who is traveling for sure, or you are somebody who is going to explore adventure, I feel like you have to learn how to be strong in the storm, because you won't go outside your comfort zone if you're not confident enough that you can handle whatever comes at you. This is emotional intelligence. And what that means is when stuff gets hard, you don't lose your shit. That's what it means. So you deal with it in a very, I think that maybe you're a person who kind of struggles between head and heart. I feel like you're being asked to release things, but still try and stay a little bit fluid or soft, I'm going to say. The King of Cups is somebody who does stand strong in a storm, but also who doesn't lose their crap when things don't go the way that they want them to go. I feel like if you are the person who's in the comfort zone and who has a hard time doing new things or letting loose, possibly you're a person who plans every step. Like, I think that you do need a practical plan. That's the thing. Full moon in Taurus is here. And it says that you do need a practical plan, but understand that practicality isn't always perfection, right? It's like, yeah, this is what I want to do. But if I have to be a little bit fluid with my plans, that I'm going to have to do that without losing my crap over it. Tell me about this 4 of Cups. Because you are very close to achieving a goal. But in order to achieve your goal here, collective, you've got to step out of your comfort zone. It might be an emotional comfort zone here. We do have the 3 of Pentacles. Oh, I like that, because this is somebody who's working on a van, right? They're painting on the side of a van. And so possibly maybe friends have asked you to travel. Look, maybe you have a friend who lives abroad, who has moved abroad, and this person's going to say, look, just get on a plane and come to China. I'm just looking at, because there's, I don't know what this means, but maybe one of you who can read this can tell me what that means. If you could, that would be great. I would love that. But it feels like somebody is going someplace they've never been before. Like a friend is saying, look, I know you haven't traveled this far by yourself before, but please just get on a plane. Please come join me. It feels like a friend of a friend, or this is somebody who is your, maybe they are a mentor. They are someone you trust, though, I feel. Tell me about the 3 of Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, you're trying to hold on really tight here. It feels like you are very close to achieving your goal. And I think for some of you, you are trying to face your fear. And this fear might be a fear of speaking out and saying the wrong thing. Not wanting to hurt people's feelings, but feeling as though if you say something, it might come off as be misconstrued as angry or disruptive, or maybe you're the person who's always been accused of saying the angry thing or being the angry person in the group. I don't think that you are. I think that you're a person who tries to possibly stay as non-political or as, how can I say, I don't feel that you mean to hurt feelings. I feel that you mean to stay in this this cups energy and this pentacle energy, practical, soft, sort of soften the edges. But I feel like the Queen of Swords is here in the reverse for a reason. And I think it's because the Strength card is here. And for me, this particular depiction of the Strength card tells me, open your eyes. You've got to face your fears. And so it feels like that you're fighting getting out of the comfort zone is what it feels like here. The Three of Pentacles tells me somebody might ask you, look, just get on a plane and come to Australia. Just get on a plane and do it. I just want to see you. I'll pay for your trip. Just come see me. Like, it feels like somebody's trying to convince you here. Got the King of Swords and the Surrender to the Divine. I think you're really being asked to cut something out of your life, or to be, yes, it's necessary to be practical, to be honest and truthful, but I think you really got to get down to it and be honest with yourself. What do you need to relieve yourself of? What do you need to cut out of your life? And I think for some of you, it is this comfort zone. I think that's what keeps you from going on the adventure or exploring other lands or exploring the deep truths within you. That could actually be what this is here. It feels like you want to explore your desires or be truthful with yourself about what your desires are, but it feels like there is something at an impasse here. It's like the stone wall is getting you in the way, of what you want here. You're going to have to take control of the mind here, collective. You could be somebody who is Aries, not Aries, but Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. You could be Aries. That's Aries energy here. We do have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy as well. We've got Leo, Capricorn energy here. It feels like you are needing to get control of your mind in order to be able to surrender. I feel like you got to get rid of the chaos of the mind, or you have to fight your mind. You have to be a little more flexible in the mind. We've got Chariot energy. The thing is that you don't want people to see you in a state of instability. And I think that's what you keep under the surface. Look, we're all scared of something. All of us have a fear of something. And I feel like you're showing up as the Emperor energy and whether you're feminine or masculine is nor here or there, but I feel like the reason that you're showing up as the Emperor is because you're the one who's trying to stay stoic and serious. You're the person who is trying to put on the mask for everybody that, I'm the strong one. I can do whatever I want. But I feel like really what you're doing is under the surface here, because Cancer's always under the surface, you're trying to keep your stability is what it is. You're scared to make a move that is a wrong move, or it's something maybe you have not traveled by yourself before. It feels like that. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, but look what's waiting for you. This is going to be a breakthrough of a lifetime. That's what it feels like here at Collective. It feels like a breakthrough of a lifetime, because the Ten of Pentacles is all the things that are waiting for you. It feels like once you get your finances stable, I feel like it's time for you to go out and spend some of that money on yourself. It'll be good for your health. It'll be good for your livelihood. It'll be good for your life. It feels like it's going to have long-term impacts on you. It's going to be like a story you can tell people. I just decided one day that I was just going to, lock down my place and head out to another part of the world, a place where I didn't speak the language, a place where I was going to visit a friend who decided that they wanted me to come visit, and I'm just going to do it because I've never done it before. Tell me about the King of Cups. Why is the King of Cups here, please? I think the King of Cups is brave. The King of Cups is brave because they're going through things that are very tumultuous, possibly, because the King of Cups is usually depicted as somebody who's very stable, but also can be flexible, right? They're a little bit more flexible, unless they're Scorpio. Scorpio's not so flexible, but has the ability to change their mind if they're given enough time to plan and strategize to do so. It does feel like this is you needing to be the King of Cups before you just head out into the distance here. And I think that, and I keep likening it to travel, but it's not travel for all of you. It feels like you're just going out of your comfort zone. You're broadening your horizons, you're expanding your life, and you're going out of your comfort zone. You're setting a goal for yourself, something that terrifies you, something that maybe you're breaking free from some sort of a self-limiting belief that you have, and you're stepping into the unknown. And so that's what I feel that this is really. For some of you, that could mean travel, but for some of you, that could mean anything. Maybe you're agoraphobic and you just don't go out of the house. Like, I feel like it's time for you to set some sort of goal for yourself, and work really hard toward making a plan, because King of Cups is very strategic. Work hard about making a plan, but keeping it under the surface. You don't have to tell everybody what you're doing, right? Seven of Pentacles is here. I feel like you are ready to throw your seeds of intention, like make an intention and then nurture your way back, it feels like here. But you're waiting. I feel like you've been waiting to get this sort of stability where you can handle adverse things happening, like out of the ordinary, and still being able to keep your wits about you here. We've got the Eight of Wands. I really do believe that for some of you, it is going to be something that is emotional, because once you break through the glass ceiling, or once you do the bungee jump or jump out of the plane or get in the air balloon, whatever it is, I feel like it really is an emotional release, is what it feels like. You are so proud of yourself for getting over this wall, for finding a way over the wall here. Look, transformation is next. A fresh new way of living emerges. You're no longer going to be scared, because understand that maybe you're scared to travel, or maybe you're scared to do something that other people might look at you as being out of character. But I feel like this is a really big breakthrough for your life, like for your life, for your longevity here. Taking small risks, educated risks, is really kind of necessary to feel alive. And then we have the Nine of Cups. Look, it's just, there's nothing bad here. Look, we have the Wheel of Fortune. It's time. This is Sagittarius energy, right? This is also Jupiter, right? This is the expansion we're talking about. I feel like it is divine timing. So that's why you're being asked to consult with the divine here, to surrender to the divine, surrender your fears. I feel like this is change that is coming whether you want it or not. And as I say to you guys, when I put this on the table, I always say, look, the Wheel of Fortune isn't waiting for you. It's about, somebody's about to come along and put their foot on your butt and push you off the dock so you can learn how to swim, or push you out of the nest, right? Like, it feels like the universe is here. And if you're the one that's fighting the Wheel of Fortune, your life is in a bit of a crapper right now. You might be frustrated and things aren't going right, and it might be frustrating for you at this time. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune being here is telling me that you are gonna have to at some point do it. It's going to keep pushing on you, pushing your buttons until you figure it out, until you do finally do it here. We've got the Temperance card. Look, the moment of alchemy and destiny is here. And I feel like you're going to be fine, I keep calling you Sag because it's a full moon in Sag, and this is Sagittarius, but this is for all the signs, of course. I feel like the Sagittarius energy is telling you to stop going back and forth and back and forth. It's time for you to find the space and the time to take some sort of bold move forward here and make a decision. It's going to be a hard decision, but I think you're going to make it. I'm going to put down 3 cards here for overall advice. What's advice from the universe for the collective, please? We've got the Fool. The universe just keeps pushing on you. Here's what it feels like here. We've got the Six of Pentacles and we've got the Nine of Pentacles. It does take a certain amount of confidence to change your mind. Take it from a Taurus. I'm a Taurus, right? It does take courage to change your mind. It takes so much courage to change your mind. And if you are a fixed sign, if you are somebody who's a Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, you know what I'm talking about, that it does take a lot of courage to change your mind. But when we look at it, it's merely just changing your mind, right? The Fool is here. I feel like you're ready to take some sort of really exciting leap of faith. And the Six of Pentacles is here to say, look, it's going to be fine. It's when you throw it at the universe is going to throw it back. It's a reciprocal energy. And I feel like you're going to be paid back in energy and confidence. So I feel like this is, we're talking about you taking some type of leap of faith. I feel like you've been fighting this for a while. You are about to achieve your goal, but only if you're willing to open your eyes and look at, stare your your fears in the face. Nothing ever grows in the comfort zone. The universe is asking you to take charge. Take charge of your life. Get up on the chariot here and get your balance. Figure it out. Feminine and masculine energy is what the white and the dark horse are. It's going to feed into your life for generations. This is something that you will teach your children, and they will teach their children. It's like it will affect your posterity, much bigger than just you. If we're looking at the whole moon, right? It's going to bring you like ultimate inward happiness, wish fulfillment kind of energy. I think it does pour out of you as emotion. I think you've been keeping it in for so long. I think when you reach your destination, whatever that is, whether that is just stepping out of a comfort zone, stepping out of the house, breaking free of some sort of limitation you've had of the mind, I think that you're being asked to do that because the universe is going to catch you. Pentacles are about stability, right? So the universe is going to catch you. You will become more confident. You will be someone who I feel it's going to change you. You're going to go through a glow up period. So I feel like I'm talking to someone who is stuck. Someone, and the Hierophant is someone who is Taurus. So that is someone who's quite stubborn, who doesn't want to change their mind, who always goes with tradition, does the thing that their parents did and their parents did before them. I say throw the tradition. It's time for you to understand that the only reason that there is tradition is because your parents before you and their parents were too scared to move outside of the comfort zone. This tradition is masking a lie. And the lie is that, maybe we were within indecision and that's why we couldn't move forward. But I feel like you're in the Six of Swords energy. And I feel like it's time for you to release the Ten of Wands, which is Sagittarius energy. And it's time for you to move forward. Get out of your head. It's time to go. It's time to grow, I'm going to say. All right. I'm going to leave that right here. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. And I'll be back because I'm always back, y'all. You all take care. Happy full moon to you. Bye-bye.